Is it recording? Hello, hello, hello. Okay, okay, this is a bit weird with the mic. I'm just gonna put it like this and bow down a little. Hi. Hello, hello. So, for today, I'm just gonna start with some push-ups because I haven't went to the gym today yet. And I really don't have the time to because, well, exams coming up in no, the day after tomorrow. So I've been prepping and ah, probably just gonna do some push-ups right now. Let's get about 30 in, and then I'll chat for a while, talk about how things have been. But yeah, let's get this first done. I just hope it focuses. Oh, is this good? Okay, it seems like it. Okay, let's go. Oh, I think that's what that was about 30. Oh man. That felt pretty good. I'd say that's fine for now. I'll do more later on. Let's see. How does this work again? Oh, sorry, the mic is gonna crack a bit. Whew. And here we go. Hey. Oh. Now, we're ready. Anyways, back to my point. Exam coming up in, well, right now, one day. So I'm just gonna go to sleep very soon. And tomorrow is the last prep day. Good thing is, I did do about almost all the exercises. I just need to do like 1 to 2 more chapters for tomorrow. Then I should be fine. I should be fine. But there is a small issue that I, well, kinda fucked myself over with. And that is that I forgot to register or like sign in for this exam. So you're supposed to do that 2 weeks before, but I just remembered that I had to do that today. So yeah, it doesn't mean I won't be able to do the exam, but it does mean that there is a high likelihood that, well, first off, it's definitely gonna take 30 minutes off the original timer. So instead of 2 hours, I'll have 1.5 hours to do it if there are spaces left for me to do exams with from like people who didn't come in and yeah, maybe missed the exam date or just didn't show up. So begging for that, but yeah, we'll see that in about a day. But I don't really care. It's like I've already learned pretty well for the exams. Even if I only have 1.5 hours, I should still be able to ace it. That's like it's gonna be fine. I just need like a 5.75 to get a pass, or even better, something higher. That would be great. But yeah, I'll give you guys a look. This is what my book, or not what my book. These are the exercises I've been making, and as you can see, it's just pages upon pages of different exercises I've been doing. And well, let's just say I've been busy for, I set a timer for this. How long? Here. 9 hours and 4 minutes. Just today. Maybe I think it's even longer, because I even forgot that I have to do the timer, and yes, I'm very forgetful about most things. But yeah, got 9 hours of work in. Made sure to take the medication, because I tried yesterday to have a off day for my meds, because I was well, I have this health tracking smartwatch / Fitwatch thing, and it shows me how long I sleep. And according to that watch, I slept worse and worse with every day I took the ADHD meds, like consecutively. So I started off with just about 8 to 9 hours of sleep, but then when I took the meds, it went down to 6 hours of sleep, even though I was still able to fall asleep normally, but I just woke up way sooner. So it went from the first day, at least for me, it went from 9 hours to 6 hours, and then went from 6 hours to 4 hours. And the day before yesterday, I slept for only about 2 hours. So I thought, I can't keep that on, otherwise I won't be remembering anything, because everything is just going to be forgotten by my brain. So I decided to take a break yesterday and try to take more of a resting day. And I still tried to make the assignments without the meds, and well, it went about as good as all these weeks before that resulted in my procrastination in the first place. So yeah, I did about nothing yesterday, and I just rested, and well, I had to do a lot more today because of that. And tomorrow I just have to finish 2 more chapters, and I'm pretty much done for the exam prep. I think I'm still going to do some old exams for tomorrow. That should be pretty helpful, just to see where I'm at and see if I'm forgetting things, or if I really know how to solve all these different questions. Again, I just need to get a passing grade. That would be great. But yeah, with me not being able to sign up for my exams now, because I way too late with this, I'm just gonna have to go to the exam administration tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow when the exam starts. Just have to go there, fill out a form, and hope that there's spaces left for me to take the exam. If I cannot take the exam, I'm probably gonna have to do the reset. No, not probably. I will have to do the reset, because, well, I don't have any. If you don't get any points for the midterm, the end term automatically just, it doesn't even matter anymore, because yeah, you won't have a passing grade even if you get a 10 on the end term. So yeah, I'm automatically a bit screwed. But yeah, even if that happens, doesn't really matter though. All I need to do is focus on the reset then. And yeah, even though the reset's gonna be harder, it's gonna be 3 hours with 24 chapters worth of things. It's midterm combined with the end term, so it's gonna be 24 chapters of pure agony. But yeah, we'll see. We'll cross the bridge when it comes to it. And well, yeah, I've been feeling a bit better. Definitely because I was able to sleep well yesterday. I feel like I've had a few days now where my energy was just really low because, well, first off, I've been busy just digging my head through the books and not really taking rests, even though I really should take more breaks here and there throughout making those exercises. I mean, it's a bad habit because, well, I should really just start sooner, but I keep finding out that without ADHD medication, it's kind of, it feels impossible. Like waking up feels impossible. And I don't know, when I take the meds, it just feels like those restrictions just aren't there. Those thoughts that were telling me to not continue, to just embrace my weakness, embrace me being a failure, and embrace giving up. All those voices just disappear and I can just focus on the things I truly want. I can focus on things I truly want, and I feel somehow I feel rested as well. I feel like sleeping has become easier. Like, I mean, falling asleep has become easier because with the meds, I have less voices in my head, or more like less negative voices that repeat and repeat all kinds of bad things that happened to me in the past, or anxious voices that are planning for the future and telling me, hey, if you don't get this exam, if you don't get a passing grade for this exam, you're fucked for the rest of your life. You might as well give up now. Just off yourself now. Those kinds of voices, they don't exist when I have the meds. And it's so just, it's still still a lot of things I have to process about this, because just knowing how effective this is, I just, yeah, I've said in the previous videos, it just really changes my worldview. I still have to get used to it. But good news, I'm pretty much on track. I would have loved to be more, to have even more time with the meds and being able to work on the calculus midterms. But, well, I have what I have now, and I think I did pretty well with what I had, with the options I was left with because of my previous self and previous struggles. So, yeah, and I mean, to be honest, the more I think about it, the less things feel like they matter. They matter. So it's like, even something like this exam, like, even though, well, I forgot to enroll for the examination. Even though that happened, there's always a way out. I can go there, tell them what happened, and there is a chance that I still get a spot. If there is a free spot. I just have to go there very early. I just have to be the first one there. So that's one way out. And if that doesn't work, well, I'm still going to do the end terms, even though that wouldn't really mean much. I'm still just going to do it, get used to how difficult it's going to be. And then I guess I'll just prepare for the resit. And it's as simple as that. Just, I feel like I just overthink things too much. I'm too anxious about things that haven't happened yet, and things that I full well know that it's gonna be all right. Like, even if this all goes wrong somehow, and I end I completely fail all of my next subjects again, for what kind of reason, no matter what the reasons are, it's gonna be fine. I'm just gonna find something else that's gonna work, and gonna talk it through with people around me, think about something new, think about the next steps to be more accurate. And yeah, I feel like most things can be solved that way. Like, unless you're actually gonna die, I feel like things are always gonna be okay. And well, I haven't felt this in like ever. It's always been thinking about the next thing, but never really thinking about if all those next things really matter and why I can't just do what I want right now. Like, I feel like, especially yesterday when I felt just exhausted, mentally checked out, and physically not that well as well, I was just like, man, I really feel like I want to rest today. I really feel like I want to take an off day today because things just aren't going through. And I know if I take the medication again, I'm just going to sleep even less. So I took the break and now I feel better. And I could even get more work done. And I could, it was easier to understand certain topics and certain things that wouldn't seem so intuitive, at least for me when I was exhausted and fully checked out. Things just clicked way quicker, and I went through like 3 to 4 grasples in one day, so that's pretty quick, and that's pretty good, because normally I do about 1 to 2 per day, and today I was able to do 3.5, basically, almost 4. And since the last 2 chapters are pretty easy, I'm pretty sure tomorrow it's just going to be like a 3 to 4 hour graspel day. And then the rest of the day I'll just spend on winding down, but also just doing 1 or 2 exams to get a feel of how it's going to be. And yeah, probably just going to work on some of the places I still find hard to... Well, some of the places I feel, or some of the problems I feel I don't fully understand yet. I'm just probably going to work on those, and I should be fine. I will be fine, because there's not any situation where I won't be fine, because at least I don't think that failing a class is going to be absolutely disastrous. I mean, like, yeah, you're going to build up a lot of student debt. That's for sure. And things always tend to worsen itself in most cases. So you want to get it going. You want to ride the positive flow, just so you don't get washed over by the negative ones. But I don't know. I really feel like as long as you're not dead, there's like always a way out somehow. And I feel like I can really, at least for myself, I can really, yeah, I can really stand by that, because I've felt that throughout my life, that a lot of the times when things seem lost, a lot of the times when things seem impossible, or like, yeah, just completely fucked, there's always a way out. I always feel like it gets better at some point. So I guess moral of what I'm trying to say is, it's okay to feel anxious. It's okay to feel bad. It's okay to think that things won't happen, things won't work. And it's okay to think that you're in a black hole and you'll never come out of it again, because everything around you is fucked, and it's gonna keep getting fucked if you don't do anything about it. It might feel that way, and trust me, I've been there a lot of times. Yeah, a lot of times. I've been there myself as well. And I always felt that very clearly, the feeling of black hole emptiness, feeling of dread, feeling of having no energy, feeling like sleeping is the most productive thing you can do at that point. But yeah, even sleeping becomes hard at that. But yeah, I feel like no matter how dark the times get, there's always a upturn. There's always a rise that changes things and moves you up towards a more positive momentum. And I think, at least for me, I tend to forget how good times are. I tend to forget how good things can be. And I feel like humans intuitively, or like instinctively rather, humans instinctively remember negative thoughts, negative feelings, negative things in the past to be more memorable. So we remember that for the longest. We remember those almost for a lifetime. And you can always think back to that one time you were embarrassed, that one time people laughed at you, that one time that someone said something awful about you. And they thought you weren't there, but actually you were, and you heard them say it, and yeah, they didn't take it back, something like that. You'll always remember that. But like just a day where you're chilling, you don't have any deadlines, you don't have anything you want to do, and you're just sitting around living the life you want to live, like, I don't know, watching some anime, playing a game you really like, and you can just do that with no pressure. Nobody's nagging you around, nobody's pushing you, there's no deadline, nothing like that. I feel like those days are the days that we forget a lot. And yeah, I feel like it's good to remember that they exist. It's good to remember that nice people around you exist. It's good to remember that things can turn out to be better than before. And I feel like as long as you have that mindset, as long as you just just allow yourself to feel negative feelings, I feel like that's the biggest part, at least the biggest thing I've learned, is that negative feelings, even though we're kind of taught by people around us, by like teachers, by friends, or by family members, we're kind of taught that negative feelings are bad and you shouldn't feel angry, you shouldn't feel jealous, you shouldn't feel ashamed, you shouldn't feel awkward, or you shouldn't feel lazy, even though all those things are just part of life. All those things, everyone feels them, everyone knows exactly how they feel, and we try to hide it, we try to shy away from it. But I think the act of shying away from it, hiding it, and trying to deny its existence is what's making people more depressed and more, just not happy in general. Like, again, just keeping all those emotions bottled up and not releasing them, not showing them, not giving them space to be there is really what's causing a lot of mental issues, I feel like. Because right now, even though I'm really tired, I've been, again, busy for the whole day, and haven't really had time for myself. I've just been working, and yeah, I mean, sure, I've had down times. I've felt like, and yeah, I mean, you could say this ADHD medication working, but even yesterday when I didn't have the ADHD and I tried to do work and it didn't work out, and I really felt the urge to stop. I really felt like I couldn't learn anything. I really felt like it just wasn't coming through. I felt so exhausted And so, yeah, just, I don't know. It's like tired, but at the same time also a kind of shame that I can't get things done without the meds, and just feeling like I again, it's all those negative feelings that I feel way more when I don't have any meds, and those feelings just, they take control. But yeah, what I was saying, when they do take control, when they do overturn what you were feeling before, like when you were feeling happy, but then something else came up and now you're feeling sad, or now you're feeling something else, or you woke up the day and you just felt sad. It was a sad day. Well, allow that to happen. I feel like a day isn't wasted just because I was exhausted or I was sad or I was all these other things. I feel like you can still appreciate and really value those moments, those times. That's what I did yesterday. I didn't feel particularly great. I was exhausted. I just sat there and looked at my notes. I was thinking, nothing seems to be getting through to me right now. Well then, what should I do? And then I thought, hey, well, if this isn't working out anyways, I don't need to force it. I do not need to force it because it's not going down anyways. And I know that from my options, I cannot be taking meds again because it's just going to worsen my sleep even more. So really, I had no choice. And I have a feeling it's a lot more liberating when that bad thing that you were always afraid of actually happens. Because then you can take a break. You can finally rest. Yes. Great. It finally happened. I don't have to wait for it to happen again. Now I can just relax and think of what to do next. Instead of thinking about, will it happen? Will it happen? Will I be exhausted? Will I work less? Will I be stuck with this new topic? Oh, I am stuck. Oh, I am stuck. Oh, I am exhausted. Oh, I can't get things done today. I almost felt excited. I was like, yes, it does not work. It's exactly as I had thought. Maybe that in itself would have been the reason why I didn't understand, because I wanted to not understand so much. But I think personally that was more of a just clear understanding of what I wanted, what I felt, what my options were, and me choosing the option that spared my mental, let's just say that. Because it wasn't getting done anyway. It was more of it was an efficient choice as well. Because yesterday I slept great. I slept for 11 hours. Yes, 11 hours. You heard me right. I slept for half a day. And it felt great. I woke up right after I woke up. I took the meds and I went studying. And yeah, here I am now talking about how you should probably take a break too. And I mean actually taking a break and actually listening to, like, not just only taking a break when you listen to your body at times where you're stuck, but also listen to it when you are, when you are taking a break and your body wants to move. Listen to it. Go and take a walk. Go outside. And it might just reward you with trusting you. And later on, it'll be easier to control your own body. That's what I'm feeling more and more. Just yeah, listening to what your body requests from you. Just doing more of what you think feels good, what you think is aesthetically pleasing or a good thing to spend time on. If you do something and then you feel relaxed, do more of that thing. If you do something and you feel happy and it doesn't, well, it doesn't damage your body in any way, sure, go ahead. I feel like, yeah, it's really not that, it's really not that complicated. I feel like a lot of things aren't that complicated. We just overthink it too much. I'm too much in my head. I'm in my head too much. That's the correct sentence. But yeah. I think even though times are hard, even though things could be getting even worse, even harder, and I'm sure it's gonna get even worse. Like how I'm balding. Oh my god. What the hell is this hair? Oh my god. I don't know. I should probably leave my hair long or just keep it like this. I don't even know. But yeah, things are going good. I feel like even with recording for this channel right now and doing this daily upload thing, I don't know. I just kind of went for it. I'm doing it, and I'm still doing it, and it's still working out. I mean, I still have things to say, and I feel like it's getting way more. Getting way easier to speak my thought, reflect upon the day I had. What else? Being more emotive, more reactional, more emotional as well on camera, which is also great. And yeah. Now, but yeah, I'm really, again, all those days before this, the few days before this, I'd say I was just really exhausted. I was just mentally checked out. I wasn't depressed. I wasn't sad or anything because I was just getting work done. So there's no reason to be sad about anything. I guess the only thing to be sad about is that my mental state was in shambles. But no, I actually felt great because I got so many things just done and over with. So I had a lot less stress, even though it still feels stressful to prep for the exam because I know that the exam will be hard. So in my head, while I'm making those exercises, I'm just anticipating how hard it's going to be on the exam, and even feeling like maybe it's going to be even harder than what I'm having right now. But yeah, again, we'll cross the bridge when it comes to that. So really, it's just, yeah, it's just about doing what you want to do or what you're supposed to do, depending on what you want to do. Like if you want to earn more money, then yeah, I suppose you have to work harder. So you have sacrifices as well, and you have things you want to do. Like me wanting to do electrical engineering and then maybe later doing microelectronics, and maybe later going into chip design, and maybe later going into brain chip technology. Those are all a lot of maybes, and those are all things that, well, they require some sort of sacrifice. And I already know, just looking at how much I have to do just for this exam, it's gonna be one hell of a ride of just hellish difficulty. Calculus and exams and things. And if it wasn't already hard enough, I also have to deal with my brain just not wanting to do things that's hard. So yeah, that's also great. I love when I have to do things only, I mean, I love when I only can do things when I have meds. And if I don't have it, I'm just useless. No, okay, no, I'm not useless. I'm useless at boring / repetitive things. I'm great when it comes to being hyperactive or hyper focused on things I like editing or art, any artsy thing, anything that requires a bit of thinking, but also gives dopamine back very quickly, at least for me, because I enjoy doing those activities. But yeah, even for those activities, if I don't get any dopamine boost, like if it's not something novel, if it's not something new, if it's not something that I feel like is cool, or like I don't really like video editing when it comes to the bulk editing stuff. I don't like those repetitive, boring, clicking, deleting, dragging along, ripple editing, all those things. Not very interested, and that's one of the reasons my upload schedule's so fucked. But when it comes to like actually having a bit of more momentum, when things actually start to have a bit more momentum, and I feel like I'm getting things done, then I get the dopamine boost, and then I hyper focus for like 20 hours in a row, and then after that hyper focus session, I'm exhausted, bummed out, haven't eaten, haven't drunk anything. I have to go to the toilet because I haven't been to the toilet in like 10 plus hours. So it's those kind of things that I really feel like I should probably, yeah, I don't know. I still don't really know how I can properly control that hyper focus thingy to make it work in my favor. Maybe just, yeah, maybe take more breaks. Maybe that's it. But yeah, apparently, I didn't know this, but apparently the reason why people with ADHD can focus using ADHD meds, I always thought it was just because, well, dopamine release. So brain that has dopamine deficiency is happy. Yeah. But it's kind of like that, but it's actually more just the presence of all that dopamine makes the brain, makes the ADHD brain that tends to hyperfocus on interesting things that give it dopamine. So since it hyperfocuses when it gets a lot of dopamine, if your brain has a lot of dopamine, like just being made because of that medication, it will be easier to hyperfocus on random stuff that normally doesn't give you any dopamine. So that's actually the reason why studying can be so easy or feel like it's easy, because it just feels like it's something that's fun, something that you chose to do, and something that you inherently find interesting. I have to say though, I do find calculus interesting, and all those and physics and all these other beta things. I do find them interesting, and I'm pretty intrigued when I've learned something new. But the path to learning something new, like I said, love games, love editing, but hate making new ones. Love animes, love shows, hate starting a new series, hate starting a new kind of anime or a new season of something. I just can't get things started, and I also have trouble finishing different seasons of stuff or different games, or finishing, well, my homework. So that's really what's annoying about this. Like everything just feels so tedious without meds. But enough rant. I think I'm just gonna, so tomorrow, just gonna study, be ready for the exam the day after tomorrow. Pray on God that the exam is actually there and I get to take it. If not, well then, new plan. We're gonna go to plan B. And if plan B doesn't work out, go to plan C. If C doesn't work out, go to D. and then you can just keep going. There's always a next plan until you get to plan Z where it's death, but you never get to plan Z. So, yeah, oh, I am still pretty exhausted. I just feel great now. But yeah, I really don't have anything else to say. I mean, it's already 40 minutes. I should probably keep it at this. Yeah, don't want to make it too long for you guys. And yeah, wish me luck for tomorrow, and I wish you guys all the luck as well. All the luck to you for whatever you're doing. You can do it, and if you can't, you can do plan B. And if plan B doesn't work, you can do plan C. If C doesn't work, there's D. There's always another. And even if you come to Z or Z, it's never actually the end. It's like Z, but not actually. And there's another folder that says AA, and then you go the full circle again. What I'm trying to say is, think about the good times. Think about what else is in life. A lot of times we're just way too much in our heads, and we tend to forget that better things exist outside of our minds. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm studying and I'm doing this. Why am I studying? I'm studying so that I can get a good grade. Why do I want to get a good grade? Because I want to pass. Why do I want to pass? I want to pass so I can finish my degree, continue to finish my degree. Why do I want to finish my degree? Well, I want to have a good prospect with jobs and get a solid income. And this path just happens to align with my interest in beta things, in numbers, in physics, in all those different things. And why do I want a solid income and money? Well, my plan is pretty much to retire early, as soon as possible, as long as I can finish that. Because the reason I want to retire is not because I want to, like, go live somewhere in the mountains. I mean, that would also be great, but I wouldn't want to live there for the rest of my life. I wouldn't want to live in a remote mountain for the rest of my life. I want to have the freedom to choose, and to get freedom, to have the freedom to choose, and to have the freedom to do whatever you want. Like, I'd be happy. I'd be so happy if I could just do whatever I want, make videos whenever I want, watch movies whenever I want, even study whenever I want. But that's just not the case right now. And also the reason I want to be free and just live a free life is, well, mainly because otherwise I'm probably gonna have to rely on meds, because, well, things in life aren't always gonna go your way if you don't have the freedom to choose what you want to do. So if I have the choice, I want to do something that aligns with my interest and that actually use my brain in a positive way, use my defect kinda as a positive defect in this society, at least. That way I can use my brain without relying on meds and without having any negative side effects, all that kind of stuff. So I can do whatever I want, get happiness out of it, enjoyment, fulfillment. And to do that, probably gonna have to make hell amount of money and getting retired early. That's probably the way. This is just a quick plan, though. I haven't really thought much about it. First, gotta finish this major. I mean, first the bachelor and then the major, but yeah, things are gonna take a while still. But right now I can focus on the rest of my life, like improving my inner thoughts, improving my personality. Yes, me. Improving how I interact with the world, how I interact with people around me, improving connections with people. Yes, that's basically the same things, yeah. Improving a community bond, I think. Like, just having people around me is always great. That way, if you need to think of plan A, B, C, D, up to Z, and maybe even AA, up till B, B, C, C, D, D, all those stuff. To be able to think of that, it's a lot easier with more people around you. So, yeah, make some friends. Make people around you proud. Make them like you. But don't lose yourself doing that. Be yourself. Try to be yourself with more people like you. That's what I found. I don't have like the conventionally abundant amount of friends. I have some good friends, I have some great friends, and I have just normal friends as well. But it's important to have that quality friend circle where you can just be yourself and explain your situation to them without being judged. That's a very important thing to have. And if you don't have that, I really recommend you to. Yeah, I know it's very hard. It was very hard for me as well until I realized that I just really had to open myself up. Just taking the first step, just again, embracing the negative energy, embracing the negative thoughts, like the feeling you get from being awkward, like opening yourself up to others. We are very fragile when we do that. When I tell you guys what I'm going through, when I say all these things, I'm in a pretty fragile position because I don't know anything about you guys and you know all about me and you can judge me as well, which could hurt me. But yeah, that's all theoretical. And in reality, I feel like most people, at least all the comments you've left, are really positive. I'm still, yeah, I'm still very grateful about all those nice, cool, fun comments I've received. Bless you guys, really. I really hope all of you get to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Get to live a life that's fun, that's fulfilling, that's happy, and just great. I wish that for all of you. And yeah, sometimes if you want to yeah, like Columbus, if you want to find a new nation, a new habitat, a new environment, if you want to switch up how your life is now, you have to be the adventurous one, be the bold one, to make the first move and to make the first move towards an unknown area, because, well, that's where you find new things that weren't in your comfort zone, that weren't in your comfort bubble. And it's really hard. I'm all about I'm not really great with doing new things. I really do not like experiencing new thing and trying new things out, even though I know it's good for me. I really have to practice what I preach, and I'm trying to right now. And I have to say, even though every single time something new feels daunting, feels just crazy, it has worked out for me. Every time I did go the extra step, I did go the extra mile, I did go and take that step that felt very uncomfortable, that felt life-threatening, that felt like I wasn't going to be myself or I wasn't going to be safe anymore. Every time I did take the step, I found out it wasn't that bad. It really wasn't that bad. It always somehow worked itself out. I mean, there were times where you do fall, and there are times that things do go wrong. But even if they do, look at where I am right now. I'm right here talking to you. I'm I traveled all around the world to get here, to be here, talk to the camera, and talk to you. A lot of shit has happened. Many things has gone wrong in my life, and there's countless times where I thought, well, my life was over. Things were completely lost, and well, they weren't. Like, even in China, I had so many friends, I had so many connections there, and I had to let go of all of them. Well, not really let go. I was like, life just took them away from me, and I didn't really have a choice. But just accepting that, well, I guess I have no friends, and I have to make friends in this new country where nobody, yes, nobody speaks Chinese, or at least not in, basically nobody speaks Chinese. I have to learn Dutch. I can at least use my English though, so that does help. But even here, people's English aren't that great. I mean, it's better than the neighboring countries like Germany or France. But yeah, just communicating was very hard at the beginning. But once I did put that step forward and actually talk to people I found interesting, like when I heard someone talk about anime, I just joined in. I was like, hey, you guys like anime? Oh, so coincidentally, I did seem to watch a new anime, and then yeah, the conversation just starts. Sometimes, at least I have that. I don't know if other people have that. Sometimes you can just feel if people are gonna be interested or not. Sometimes, even another good way to go about this is approach people who have a bit of the same kind of energy around you, like maybe they have the same awkward glance around that they always look around, or maybe they're alone. I feel like when people are alone, it's a lot easier to talk to them, because then it feels more like you're the initiator and you're the one talking to them. There is one downside to that though. If you do that, there is a chance that the person you're talking to is so introverted and so inside their own heads that they won't open up, they won't let you through, and you just kind of live in this awkward circle, or like in this gray awkward area where you can't really continue the talk because they aren't really helping either. So yeah, if you have like a modest amount of social battery, it's even hard for those with modest amount of social battery. But yeah, some people, things just doesn't work out sometimes. Maybe they just weren't ready yet. But yeah, that can happen. Things can go wrong. Again, expect to fail. Always expect to fail. But failing isn't the end of the world. The end of the world. It's very cliche, but it is an opportunity to learn. Yeah. Oh my god, it's already 53 minutes. I said about 15 minutes ago, no, 14 minutes ago that I was going to stop. But one more thing. Wait. Oh, fuck, I forgot. What was it again? Awkward? No. Think. Never mind. It's fine. Yeah. No, I think it's fine. Yeah, I think I'll just leave it at that. I'm just getting too tired, I think. Well then, I'm now going to embrace my bed and go to sleep. Hope you guys have a good night or good day, whatever the time zone is, at where you live. And I'm going to be logging off. Bye bye. Bye bye.